So this word I received today as well, and this is going to be more of a timely word, okay, for someone. Like, actually timely, as in like, oh my gosh, I was just praying about this, I was asking God about, and this, we've all, if not everyone, most of us experienced this at least once in our lifetime. So it's common. But this is for someone that this happened to recently, okay? The Lord actually showed me in the spirit that you have a friend. It's a female friend. And you and this female friend had some sort of, not really a falling out, like there was no arguments or disagreements or anything like that, but it was more so you guys just kind of went your separate ways without kind of communicating with each other about why you went your separate ways. And this is something that recently happened. And the thing about it is, you went your separate way from her because she chose to go her separate way from you. So you had no choice but to accept that she chose to detach herself from you, remove herself from you, and leave. Although you may have been hurt, although you may have been frustrated and you did not know why this person chose to remove herself. And again, a lot of us can relate. Even I can relate to this because this happened to me in the past. So many of us can relate to this. But in your case specifically, this happened recently and you asked God what you did to this person for this person to just cut you off and ghost you. You're like, God, what did I do to this person? Like, why did she just remove herself from me? Like, did I say something? Did I look at her a certain way? Like you're nitpicking at everything you could have possibly did wrong, and you're trying to figure out what it is. But at the same time, although you're nitpicking, you've in a way surrendered and said, you know what, God, I'm okay with it, I'm gonna leave it alone, things happen for a reason, etc. But you also may have had some suspicions about this friend, but if it's like you were doubting things because you did not want to jeopardize, you didn't want to judge, you didn't want to, ruin the friendship. So when she removed herself from you, you said, you know what? Things happen for a reason. But you could not stop nitpicking at your actions, your motives, your ways, because you're trying to figure out if anything possibly happened to make her uncomfortable. Here is what happened. This friend loves you very much. This friend loves you very much. This friend respects you very much. What it is this friend, her emotions and feelings for you started to shift. As in, she was starting to feel a way about the direction your life was heading in. She was starting to feel a way about the gifts that you have. You're anointed. She was starting to feel a way about the anointing that you have. She was starting to feel a way about where God is going to bring you, what God is going to do for you. You may have told her some things. You may have shared some things with her, or she may have saw some things in the spirit, or she may have had a dream about some things, okay? She was feeling a way about a lot of things that were about to come ahead in your life, that's coming forward in your life. Whether it be your marriage, whether it be your business, whether it be whatever God is promising you, wherever God is going to take you, this person was starting to feel a way about the direction you were heading in. But this friend knew that the way she felt about you was not good. She knew that it's not fair. She knew that it was not fair that she felt this way about you, and you didn't deserve that. So because she knew that her feelings about your life and the things coming ahead for you and where you're going, because she knew that it was only going to make matters worse as to like what she's feeling for you and feeling about you, she decided to remove herself out of respect for you, not wanting to hurt you, not wanting to get to a position to where she starts to try to sabotage you, or she tries to start to do things to you, or she did not want to turn wicked. She did not want to be tempted by the enemy. She knew that Because the way how God showed it to me and explained it was that she was fighting temptation. The enemy was going to tempt her. She knew the enemy was going to tempt her to try to go up against the things that God has for you. And she loves you and respects you so much, she didn't want to do that. So what happened was she detached herself from you to avoid temptation. That's what it is. She had detached herself from you to avoid temptation, to avoid being the cause or trying to manipulate or trying to mess things up in your life. So the reason why she did not tell you how she feels and that she was starting to resent the life that God has for you is because she was embarrassed. She's too embarrassed to admit that she started to feel this way about you. She was too embarrassed to admit that there was some jealousy growing in her. She was too embarrassed to admit it. So the easiest thing for her to do was to just remove herself from you. She felt like that was doing not only you a favor, but it was doing her a favor too. Because she did not want that feeling that she feels about you to snowball into something bigger, and then it caused something worse. Because, people know themselves. People know themselves. We have to remember that people know themselves. You know your strengths and your weaknesses just like somebody else knows their strengths and weaknesses, right? So if you're around someone every day, or you're around someone at least once a week, or you talk to them, and in the beginning you don't ever feel like any triggers, but then you start talking to the person and you realize that you're starting to covet what the person has, or you're starting to feel a little bit jealous, you may try to ignore it and brush it off. But if you notice it's getting worse and worse and worse as time goes on, you know what I mean? You would detach yourself from the person, or you would just admit to the person. But in your case, this person was embarrassed because she couldn't believe that she felt this way about you, because she knows you don't deserve that. She knows you're a good friend and you don't deserve for her to feel this way about you. So she felt like it was a lot more respectful to remove herself from you. And it was respectful for her as well, because it's going to prevent there from being any temptation, for her to start, trying to sabotage and trying to mess things up for you. She does not trust herself, but she loves you too much. And she knows that this is the best thing for both of you guys. So you'll know this word is for you because God will confirm it to you, or he has already confirmed it to you. But he was showing me this today, and I was seeing the friend in the spirit removing herself from you because she loves you and she does not want to hurt you, and she knows you don't deserve that. She knows you don't deserve someone around you who is secretly competing with you or secretly jealous of you. She knows you don't deserve that. So she did that for there to be peace in your life and her life. But at the same time, she's too embarrassed to admit this to you. Right? So she just cut ties with you. So this is confirmation for whoever this is for. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.